Okay. Okay, now, okay, welcome in social online class. Let's start now. Okay, today's topic goes like this, lesson 4.4. Major topic goes like this, prostitution, addiction, and bullying. Okay, prostitution, addiction, and bullying. It is in lesson 4.4. In Nepali, prostitution means disability. Addiction means, लागु पदार्थ सेवन गर्ने, yes, and bullying means आफूभन्दा सानालाई, आफूभन्दा कमजोर साथीहरूलाई, मान्छेहरूलाई जिस्काउने, हेप्ने कार्य. Okay, I have told you in Nepali as well, so that you might feel easier when I will be describing this lesson. Okay, now look here, regarding prostitution, one actually information is here. Look here, prostitution in Nepal is illegal. Yes, prostitution in Nepal is illegal. Some countries are there where even prostitute get the license, or people can actually take the license from the government to run the brothel, and they appoint the prostitute there for prostitution. But in the case of Nepal, prostitution is illegal. It is against the law. The Human Trafficking and Transportation Control Act 2064. This is the one act. Similarly, another act, in which act, in Act number 5 of the year 2064, that has criminalizes the prostitution. According to the Act number 5 of the year 2064, this act, the Human Trafficking and Transportation Control Act 2062, has declared prostitution as a criminal work. Okay, it is against the law. Therefore, it is illegal. Who involved in it, they can be taken into the custody by the Nepal government and can be put into prison, can be imprisoned. Yes, and living of the owning of the prostitution by including it in the definition of human trafficking. Who, traffic the girls for prostitution, or any girls or women, themselves involved in prostitution, that can be legal one. Actually, if anybody involved in such activities, it comes under human trafficking. Human trafficking is also one of the criminal jobs. Nobody can do it. Okay? UNX estimate that there must be 67,300 prostitutes in the country. In the country means in our country. Okay, this data is very much important to make it clear regarding prostitution, how much it is prevalent, how it has spread, how many prostitutes have been working here. Regarding that, this is the data. But most of the time, this prostitution, in most of the time, prostitution takes place there illegally. It is illegal, therefore it takes place there secretly. Okay, those who are doing prostitution openly, who dare to face the journalist, reporter of any magazine, television, and YouTube channel. Okay, on the basis of that, actually, this data is available here. Okay, this data has been prepared here. 67,300 prostitutes have been working in Nepal, although it is illegal now. Yes, by giving this very important information on prostitution, I wanna go ahead. Okay, now regarding prostitution, I am going to give you more information. What is prostitution? What are the causes of prostitution? What are the effects of prostitution? And how can we control it? I'm going to give you some information and ideas on it. Okay, on the basis of textbook and curriculum. Look here, prostitution. This is the subtopic, first subtopic, right? Prostitution. What is prostitution? Here is one meaning, its definition. The act of engaging in sexual activities for purpose of earning money is known as prostitution. One thing keep in mind, not only women and girls, even men and boys, if they, involve in illegal sexual activities for or in order to earn money for their livelihood, is known as prostitution. You know, uh, only I mean, illegal sexual activities carried out by women and girls cannot be only addresses are known as a prostitution. Even nowadays, in this modern age, in big cities like Kathmandu, Pokhara, Virajnagar, we frequently hear that there are so many professional prostitutes, professional sex workers who are male as well. Okay, therefore, prostitution, when we have to define prostitution, we shouldn't forget that there is involvement of male as well. Okay. Therefore, prostitution means act of engaging in sexual activities by male and female for the purpose of earning money is known as prostitution. Okay, now let's go to the causes. What are the causes of prostitution? First cause of prostitution is poverty. Definitely, nobody involved in prostitution um, by because of the interest. Yes, nobody want to be prostitute. Nobody want to be illegal. I mean, nobody want to be sex worker in the invisible sex market there. Okay, Mm, sex market there because of poverty. Because in order to earn money for their livelihood, some people, some women, some girls in each city and village they have involved in prostitution. Therefore, poverty is one of the major causes. Okay? So poverty is one of the major causes. Is people won't have sufficient things for survival like food, shelter, clothes. Then they will have a compulsion to involve in prostitution. Illiteracy. Yes, who is not educated nicely, who hasn't got sound education on particular subject in school life or college life, or who is completely illiterate, who don't have idea whether illegal sexual activities is prostitution or not. Okay, is it against the law or not? If anybody doesn't have idea, uh, in such situation also, women, girls, male, female have involved in prostitution for earning money for their survival. Similarly, third cause of prostitution is unemployment. Unemployment. When people, when people will be idle, although he is skillful, he is educated one, at that time they, choose the one easy profession that is prostitution. One of the easy profession that is prostitution. If anybody involved in prostitution, they get the clients, they get the customer in large number, in large number. Because in our Nepal government hasn't given license to any organization, any people to run the brothel here. As a result, that illegal sexual activities as a prostitution is increasing day by day. It has been rapidly increasing. There is influence of European culture, European people as well, European lifestyle as well. Because of this reason, also prostitution is increasing. People nowadays, even Nepalese think that they are also modern like European people, and they even nowadays doing debate regarding open sex because of this kind of development of concept of open sex also. Few girls, few men, few men, while applying the concept of open sex, they in course of time has changed into prostitute sex worker in the society, in the cities. Okay, look here now. Poor laws. poor laws, definitely regarding prostitution, although it has been declared as a legal activity, legal sexual activity, but still there is poor law to punish them. Yes, there is poor law. There is not a very strict law against prostitution. Therefore, also prostitute nowadays have been demanding to, you know, demanding the license for their such illegal profession. You know, those prostitutes who have involved in prostitution, they think that they have been declaring that it's their profession. Either government has to give them the good job to earn money for their livelihood, otherwise, or their profession should be given recognition by the government. It's their demand. Broken family is another very serious problem. Suppose one family, their mother has just suppose done divorce with actually father. Suppose that there is a one a girl or a boy, okay, whose father has done divorce with mother, and in this way, suppose anybody's family has broken into pieces. If one actually girl or boy is alone there, either with mother or only with father, in such situation also, such children, such actually girl or boy, such man or woman who has recently done divorce with husband or wife, might also involve in prostitution or may also change into prostitute in near future for livelihood, for earning money. Similarly, open border with India. This is the major cause, major cause of the prostitution. Open border with India. Most of the, innocent girl, illiterate girl, uneducated girl, are, persecuted by the world trafficker, and they are uh, taken off to different cities of India and are sold at brothel for prostitution. You know, in this way, many girls have been sold as a commodity, as a sex commodity, sex good. Okay? Similarly, impunity, lawlessness, impunity. Poor laws and impunity, lawlessness are similar as well. Okay? In Nepal, although there are many laws against this prostitution, it is not implemented seriously till now. Therefore, there looks there are found impunity, lawlessness. Because of this reason, also prostitution is going on there. Therefore, these are some causes of the prostitution. Now, let's talk about the effects of the prostitution. What will happen if anybody involved in prostitution? Because of interest or because of compulsion? Definitely, most of the people have involved in prostitution because of compulsion, in order to earn money for their survival, in order to teach their children in school and college. Yes, in order to feed the children, in order to in order to cure the diseases of husband who is completely unhealthy one. Yes, look here, first effect of prostitution is loss of social prestige. Yes, who has involved in prostitution, if people have recognized him, known him or her as a prostitute, you know, definitely such woman or a man is not, that accepted by the society. Such people, such girl or boy lose the prestige, such men or woman lose the prestige. Won't get any prestige, prestige from by any member of society. Nobody respects such people. Exclusion from the family. Yes, if any children or if any member of a family has suppose involved in prostitution, has been working as a sex worker, such family member is definitely excluded from the family, because in our Nepal, this open sex is in debate, but it can be implemented because there is influence of Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianism. These all religions, strictly, it restrict the open sex. Hinduism also restrict the open sex. Buddhism also doesn't allow open sex. This actually very prostitution to some extent can be known as a open sex as well. Concept of open sex. Look here. Now next, method of control. How can we minimize it? How can we control it? Definitely, it can be removed from the society. We can uproot it. Okay, this is such a social problem. Prostitution is social problem. It can be uprooted. It can be removed at all. But some methods can be applied there too. Uh, Control it, minimize it. Are you listening, guys? Listen here. Education and awareness raising. Yes, first way of controlling prostitution is education. We have to give the education. We have to aware the people regarding the bad effect of the prostitution. Yes, afterwards people may give up this profession who have involved in this profession to earn money for their livelihood. Similarly, creation of employment opportunities for the vulnerable means here those poor people, poor girls, poor women, poor men. Government has to give job opportunities here in each province, in each municipality, in each city. If there are such people who actually haven't got any job and uh, for survival, if they have a compulsion to involve in prostitution, government has to identify them and should provide them job opportunities so that they shouldn't involve in such illegal profession. Similarly, uh, third one method of controlling prostitution is implementation of strict laws. Yes, laws are there. Laws should be implemented, applied very strictly. Those who involved in prostitution should be sent to the jail, put into prison. They should be in prison. Yes. Similarly, strict control over border movement. Our Nepal's border with India is open everywhere. Such open border is being misused by the girl traffickers, the girl as a commodity in the sex market of India. Therefore, borders should be sealed. Borders should be sealed. There should be mobilized thousands of that police, armies to control the bad activities of smuggling and trafficking of the girls, and so on. These are some method of it. Minimizing the controlling the prostitution. Okay. I have told you what is prostitution. Even we have discussed on causes of prostitution, effect of prostitution, and finally I was describing the method of prostitution as well. Now let's go to the next slide. Look here, I forgot to use the uh, you know pen, digital pen. It always happens. Still here, this picture belongs to prostitution. Look, right? Girls, we have discussed on prostitution. Look here, your girls, three girls, that they are waiting for their client somewhere there in the street of Kathmandu Valley. Let's guess, okay? Yeah, actually some girls who are waiting for the client, who are sex workers, who are prostitutes, waiting for the client there in the particular street of Kathmandu Valley or any big cities of Nepal. Here are few girls, those might be, immediately or suddenly, you know, I mean, some reporter journalists reached there where they had gathered. Okay? They are also prostitutes. Their profession is also prostitution. In order for survival, in order to survive for their livelihood, they have also involved in the prostitution. Is there reach people or journalists and try to take interview with them. Afterwards, they are covering their face. They are not willing to show their face. They are not willing to give any ideas. They isn't they are not willing to actually take part in interview. Okay? They don't want to be they don't want to be public and therefore they are covering it. Just I'm actually guessing, okay, by looking at the picture. Anyways, now let's go to the sorry next off topic, addiction. Look here, right? Addiction. Large पदार्थ दुर्व्यसनी in Nepal, yeah, especially दुर्व्यसनी addiction. Look here, addiction is also another very serious social problem. Today we are discussing on three major social problems prevailing in Nepalese society. Okay? And these are the common social problem prevailing in this whole world as well, not only in Nepal. It's prevalent in India also, China also, other neighboring countries also, Gulf countries also, European countries also. Look here now, what is addiction? Meaning and definition of addiction goes like this. Habitual taking of potentially harmful drug or indulging in something, look here, indulging in something harmful, excessive dependence on such things. If anybody excessively depends on any drug, any medicine, okay, uh, it is also known as addiction. If anybody if anybody is habituated to take the harmful drug, harmful medicine, or that excessively, if anybody takes any sort of medicine, as a actually drug, or to actually get a heavenly pleasure, okay, it is known as addiction. Yes, addiction. Therefore, simply keep in mind, if anybody habitual, taking of potentially harmful drug excessively uh, is known as addiction. If anybody takes any medicine excessively to get the pleasure from that, is known as addiction. Okay. Now, what are the causes of addiction? What are the causes of addiction? You know that some causes of addiction are there. Many causes of addiction are there. Some causes have been, uh, I have brought here. Some causes I have brought here. Okay. First cause, first cause, what is the misconception? What is the misconception is there? What sort of misconception is there? There is misconception that among the teenager, among the adult, among the people, among the girls and boys who take it, they think that they get heavenly pleasure. Yes, they actually can forget their sorrows. They can forget their pains. Yes, they can forget their family tension and problem. Such misconception is there. Are you listening? It is called misconception. Therefore, if anybody is in, suppose in problem, if anybody is, suppose there is going on family tussle in anybody's family, their particular boy or girl, he or she is supposed to classmate, best friend, persuade that person to indulge in addiction to remove such tension and problem from their mind. Therefore, misconception is one of the most harmful causes of addiction. Next, lack of awareness. Yes, many teenagers, especially who are new in actually addiction, they don't have actually idea regarding the bad effect of the addiction as well. Because of this reason, also some teenagers or some people have started to take the drug. Similarly, lack of laws. Yes, laws are there against the addiction, but it's not so much strict. Neither drug supplier are actually taken into the custody by police, nor drug user are imprisoned by them. Why? Because there is very loose law against the addiction. Okay, lack of laws. It can be called lack of laws as well. Lack of effective monitoring. Yes, effective monitoring. It's lacking in school also, college also. It has been lacking in each and everybody's family as well. Family member like mother, father, rest. That family members do not actually monitor strictly the activities of the young daughter and son. Uh, what they are doing, what are they thinking, what are they having. Okay, uh, they actually do not care properly. Who do not care properly if there is not effective monitoring in the family, in school and college. In such situation, in such condition, teenager girls and boys, any man and woman, can involve in addiction. Especially teenager students, that have been involving in addiction. Uh, Similarly, last one cause of Addiction is idleness. Look here, idleness. Who is idle? Who don't have any job? Idle mind is devil's workshop. You know that empty mind is devil's workshop. If anybody is idle, if anybody's mind is empty one completely, at that time, uh, he or she always think about something else which will just actually harm him or her in their future, like taking drug, you know, mm, taking drug, and so on. My God, who is Sumi Tamari, Gonrod? Uh, Pay attention to me, okay? Why are you writing in my slide? Okay, therefore, idleness is one of the major cause of the addiction. Therefore, we shouldn't live idle. Okay, we should always busy. We should be involved in a creative work like singing song, composing poem, listening music, reading novel. In such activities, reading the course book, watching good videos in YouTube, if you make TikTok, it is also creative job, but we shouldn't be idle. We shouldn't stay idle. Okay. Look at now. Next subtopic is here. I mean, regarding addiction. What are the effects of addiction? Suppose one of your classmates has recently involved in addiction. Suppose has he started to take the drug, harmful drug like different sort of hashes, brown sugar, different sort of capsule excessively to get the heavenly pleasure, to remove this tension, or to be close with best friend. If anybody has started such activities there, definitely is drug user or is drug user. Okay, and cause effect, what sort of cause effect occur in him or her, damage occur definitely. If anybody has started to take the drug, he starts to lose his health. His health starts to deteriorate. Okay, it starts to actually damage. I mean, health of that particular drug user start to damage. Okay, and in course of time, he actually looks lean and thin. Without the salt drug, that person can't survive. He doesn't need. He doesn't worry for the food. He doesn't worry for the clothes and shelter. He just will be seeking their drug. You know, brown sugar, hashish, and we always actually will be wandering this here and there with saucepan, with take it. This is a very bad effect of the addiction. Look here, accident take place. Who has taken excessively hashish or brown sugar may actually collide with vehicle. While driving bike may actually hit the any vehicle and might take place a very serious accident. And because of this very reason, he or she might lose the very important and beautiful life. Similarly, quarrelsome take place. It's normal if anybody is addicted, habituated to take the drug, brown sugar, hashish, and so on. Quarrel with friends also, quarrel with family members, father, mother, brother, sister as well. Quarrelsome is normal. This is the very bad effect of addiction. Loss of money. Yes, loss of money is another serious effect of the addiction. Who is taking drug, who is drug user, he will never have a sufficient amount of money. For each and every dose, he has to spend a huge amount of money. It's too expensive. Brown sugar, hashish are the too expensive drug supply. To supply it in a very low quantity, okay, low quantity, but sells in supply. I mean, sells in very, inexpensive. I mean, it's too expensive in a high price. That is the actually method of actually drug supplier to earn money as well. Drug supplier becomes the rich overnight in a particular city who is supplying drugs, but drug user day by day become that poorer and poorer and uh, lose all property as well. Similarly, social prestige, drug user not only lose the money and property, well, he or she lose the social prestige also. Everybody afraid of him or her who is taking drug. If anybody has recognized particular person as a drug user, definitely nobody respects him, nobody respects her. Loss of time. Yes, one of my friend was there, when I was reading in college in Ulavari, multiple campus, we used to study in a same class, okay, in 11. uh, Suddenly he changed, his activities changed. He started to come college, that, uh, I mean, sometimes only he used to offer there in a college. Most of the time I used to find him in the different street of the Urlavari. After few years, that nearly it was already over 1 decade. Okay? 1 decade you might know. After 10 years, I think after 1 decade, I had again met him in a Urlavari Chowk, and at that time he actually told me that I indulge in. I indulge in because of this very reason I lost my valuable time. You use that valuable time and completed your study, but I gave up my study in 11. I actually changed into drug user. In this way, I have lost my valuable time, important time of my life. In this way, he was at that time repenting. You know that he was showing his remorse. उनी पछुताइरहेका थिए क्या मैले 10 वर्ष एउटा ड्रग खाएरै बिताएँ तपाईँहरूले चाहिँ पढाइ कम्प्लिट गर्नुभयो so he was used at telling me. Therefore, loss of time, it is one of the very serious effect of the addiction. A person, you and me, we hardly survive more than 60 years. More than 60 years. I mean, our actually average our life expectancy is just 68 or up to maximally 70. We might survive up to 70 years, okay? Survive up to 70. But if anybody lose 15 or 10 or 15 years just by indulging in taking drugs, definitely it is a huge loss of time. Criminal activities, most of the rape case, most of the abduction case, most of the murder case, those are caused by the drug user. Insecurity, definitely wherever is drug users are in large number, suppose in particular major city, there are always people feel insecure. Drug user can look anyone, anytime uh, for money. Similarly, can be father or mother in your future. This one of the very serious bad effect of the addiction. Who has involved in addiction at this time, in near future, such person, such man can be father, such woman or girl can be mother. Because, that the sex hormone is completely damaged by the excessive use of brown sugar, hashish, and different sort of capsule, which they take for heavenly pleasure. Okay? Now, method of control. What are the method of control of addiction? Look here, method of control goes like this. So there is left just 2 minutes only. Avoidance of bad company. Yes, first method of avoiding addiction is we should keep the bad companies, bad friends who take drugs very far away from us. Next, exchange of mutual love and affection in family. Yes, the father and mother, parents should always care the children, love the children. Children shouldn't actually feel there that your parents aren't loving them, aren't caring them. Okay. Similarly, provision of health education and moral education. This provision should be made in a school curriculum. Health education regarding actually bad effect of the addiction, regarding moral education. This should be included some lesson in the different actually subjects in the curriculum of the school and college so that children especially who are reading in college and school involved and indulge in addiction. Therefore, this should be included or this should be made provision of such some sort of knowledge on health education and education. I mean, health education and moral education.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Third time saw you.
Yeah, now less than 1 minute. Okay. Okay, now today I couldn't complete next one, actually, soft topic. Anyways, this much for today. Uh, have a nice day ahead. Okay, let me end the class. Okay, you have another class here. Thank you so much for listening me so much seriously.